Hi, I'm Mark Davis with Big Water Adventures for Mustad. I'm here today to talk to you about what I would do if I was going to break the record, state or world record, for redfish. I'm gonna give you two suggestions, one for live bait and one for artificials. If I'm gonna go after a record redfish, probably my first choice in artificial baits is gonna be a topwater. I'm probably gonna take something like a classic spook. This is a Head and HT spook, or one of the new badonkadonks, which is a larger size here. I'm gonna be looking for a bigger bait because I'm looking for bigger fish. I've also got a little tip for you. Oftentimes I'll daisy chain two of them together, nose to tail. Now I'm gonna take the hooks off. If I'm after a record-breaking fish, I'm gonna go with the best premium hooks I can find. I'm probably gonna go after the Mustad Elites, maybe a KBD series, but I'm definitely gonna take probably a 1.0 or a 2.0 and replace the hooks on my topwaters if I'm going after any kind of a record redfish, because when and if that fish eats, I want to make sure I keep him zipped up. With a record redfish, elephants will eat peanuts, but in my case, I'm going to try to get as big a bait as I can. That's why a lot of times I'll daisy chain the two topwaters together to make a bigger bait and weed out the smaller fish. My other go-to method would be a live bait situation. Now, whatever part of the country you live in, a bigger bait is going to weed out some of the smaller redfish that are not going to be able to eat it. So whether it's a mullet, a menhaden, a croaker, whatever you're going to use, get the biggest one that you can get and try to go after the biggest record redfish that you can find, and hopefully the biggest daddy in the school will be the one that picks him up. To do that, I'm going to use probably in the neighborhood of a 7/0 Demon Perfect circle hook. For redfish, they're a really strong fish. They've got them in 1X, 2X, and 3X. 2X is probably going to be about where I'm at. You got to pull awfully hard on a hook like this to cause any kind of problems and have it straighten out. Even a 95-pound redfish, I don't think is going to be able to pull that hard, straighten this hook out. The other way I would do would be like a beaked bait hook. If you're not a circle hook guy, Mustad's got something for you if you like to set the hook. I'm kind of a Demon Perfect circle hook and the rod holder kind of guy myself, because I know once they're hooked in the corner of the mouth, they're done. But a lot of guys like to pull on them real hard and set the hook. This is, I believe, a 7/0 as well, beaked bait hook like that. Get a big mullet, big menhaden, big croaker, biggest shrimp you can find. Find your area that's got the redfish in it, put it out there, let it do its job, let it soak. When the redfish sees what's happening, decides to eat it, Mustad will bring him to the boat. If you're an in-between guy, between artificials and live bait, and you like to see something up on the surface, if you get a big chugger, this is a Paradise Popper Extreme, it's got a big concave head. This will bring redfish to you, big redfish to you. So much, in fact, oftentimes they'll eat this instead of what you got behind it. If that's the case, you just shorten your leader up. But the same thing we talked about on the live bait with the beaked hooks and the Demon Perfect circle hooks, get you a big bait on there. If it's an area where you're not exactly sure where they are and you're trying to actually bring them to the bait, let the live bait do the work, but let the big chugger like this get the fish in the area and get them interested. And then you've got your Demon Perfect circle hook or your beaked bait hook, and it's over with. There's nothing left but the photos and the prize.